Hi, this is Ben Longlet with Harvest Profit Support. Today I want to go over starting a new year in your Harvest Profit account. So what we're going to look at is going from 2020 to 2021 and setting up the basics so you can start doing your crop budgeting for the new year. So right now we're in a test account here. I just want to do my little disclaimer. This is based off of North Central North Dakota, but yields, rental rates, anything like that, they're just made up numbers, so nothing too serious here. But we have all the categories filled in, so this is a working account. You can see I have a full profit and loss here. And so we're just going to head into 2021. So we're going to top right of the screen, click into the new year. I'm going to let that load. And I'll just go to show you that there's nothing entered in 2021. So I think we'll go the full way in this video of actually setting up everything to get a working P&L. Should be able to do that under 10 minutes. We're going to try it. So we come into 2021. You can see we have nothing entered. So the first thing we want to do, we want to make sure our land costs are copied over correctly. And we're going to start field and land cost tab. You can see land costs are there. And it looks like my crop share is there. I don't remember if I had more than one. But if you had some different scenarios in your fields and like your, and your land costs that you want to copy over, you can copy land costs from an existing year, and we can just copy that over. That would also copy over any crop shares that didn't get brought over. Next step is going to be our crop planner. We just want to go into our crop planner and start setting up our crop plan for the year. So I'm going to bulk select. Let's see here. I think we'll bulk select the share. Actually, you know what? I had custom shares set to this. So we do have to set up these shares individually. And the only reason I'm doing this is just to show you what an account looks like with several entities and some different splits on it. So that's why we're going through here. Make sure, and I forgot to save that, but we'll go back to there. I just want to make sure that South Hearth 600, so that's a crop share. I just want to make sure that that field is correctly assigned here. Oh, we saved South Heart. I just missed it. This one is set to this test account. Okay, perfect. So we're going to go through here, finish setting up these entities, and then we're going to set up crops. So we're just picking anything now. We'll see at the end of the day who farms what. Okay, now we're going to select crops. This is going to be completely random because I'm not going to select prevent plant. We're just going to randomize this, and it's going to just show you how easy it is to set up this account. I don't know, not rice. We're not going to grow rice here in North Dakota. Make sure I didn't put that anywhere else. And we're going to keep going here. Do a few more sunflowers. And obviously this is central North Dakota. It'll be heavy spring wheat. So we're going to save this. This is a little bit of a heavy save since we're applying these shares. So this save can take a few extra seconds than what normally would, especially with adding crops and shares at the same time. So that's done. And now we're going to move on to P&L. So you can see we have our acres in here. We have 3,531 acres. Here's our splits of 150 acres of soybeans, a lot of wheat, some corn, and some soybeans, or sunflowers, excuse me. And the only thing we're seeing for costs are land costs. So the next process you're going to want to do is start bringing those inputs over. You can either start with a fresh slate of inputs, or the other option we have is to use the inputs copy feature. And this allows us to bring in inputs from a previous year, bring them over, and then we can edit them in 2021 without it affecting anything. And by anything, I mean it's not going to, after I copy this, if I edit these prices in 2021, it's not going to back edit or overwrite your 2020 inputs. Okay, we're just going to select all these categories. So those are all selected. You're going to click copy to 2021. You're going to see that this list matches. Things to watch out for: if you have categories that have line items named the exact same thing. Like, so here's an example. So I have tractor and then tractor four-wheel drive. If these were both named tractor, there's times we can have an error, and we'll actually display those errors on the inputs page, and I'll show you where to check that out. We're just going to click save here. It's going to say this process can take a little bit too, since we're copying from one year to the next. So we're just going to let this sit here. Don't leave the page because we want to make sure this save is completed. So we'll just wait here a few more seconds for this to go. The next step is going to be our applications, where we can decide to either create new crop applications or we can actually copy applications from 2020 over. That would allow us to say if we're going to budget based off of our as applied actuals from 2020 and just adjust the input prices, we can do that. Now I can see that the delete button or that garbage can is gone between all of these. That means they saved. And so if I go into my inputs page, go back to inputs, we're in 2021. Instead of having a blank slate, we now have a full working inputs page. So here's some examples I was talking about. Actually, that one's not, but we'll pull one up here. So if I were to create a new payment and I left it blank, you can see that it's red here. So we don't like to have duplicates. We don't like to have blanks. So I just want to shout out there, make sure you're putting your names in, unique names preferably. That kind of just makes sure everything works correctly. So we're going to come in here and we can go change some things, and it'll be on the input side. You can see this account, we use a lot of average costs, and so we'll kind of just go ahead with that. I'm not going to get too specific in applications, but we'll come into the applications. And so we got nothing in here. We got to start getting these applications added. So what I want to do is we're going to go back to 2020, and we've got spring wheat, sunflower, corn, and soybean. We're going to copy some of these over. I might not do them all right now. We'll just see how long it takes to get one of these copied over. So I want to copy all of these applications. I'm going to select them all, copy 3 applications, and it's going to ask me where we want to copy them to. So we're going to select 2021 default. Now it's going to pull up already. Here are the cornfields in 2021. Copy them. So this should go pretty quick. It's another save here. Make sure we want to wait for the save to complete. And now we're going to go from corn to spring wheat. We're going to do the same thing. Select these applications. Copy them forward. We only have one field of spring wheat. Copy it over. Oh, excuse me. I did that incorrectly. Copy it over. And we want to select 2021. Excuse me. 2021 default. See, there's more spring wheat. Copy those over there. I imagine now if I refresh this page, I'm going to have a second set of applications in this field I want to delete, but we won't worry about that in this video. So just be conscious of making sure you have the right selector on your which year you're going to. I do have one field of, soybeans. There's just one application here. Copy that application, pull it over to 2021. Default. Now the reason it says default, this would be if I created a template, excuse me, not a template, but a scenario. I could copy these from a scenario to a new one, or from the default to a scenario. So now I just got sunflowers left. Grab these applications, copy them forward, and we're going to click 2021 again. So here's the example. Like I could copy these from my default over to a scenario. So we're going to move to 2021 default, select the fields, click copy. And at this point, we should have a full working P&L for all my fields. And from here on, we can just edit the simple things, change some prices, change some rates possibly if you're going to do things a little different in your applications. But you should have a flowing budget now. And I'm not exactly sure how far we're into this. We're definitely not at 10 minutes yet. You can see I have operations here, applications, they're coming across correctly. You can see costs associated with them already. And again, I just want to make sure, we'll go to the P&L page. And actually the one thing I'm missing is going to be the revenue side because I didn't enter yields in yet. But you can see all of our expenses are entered in. So that's also another important step here that I missed. So this yields side, I'm going to sort this by crop and show you a unique way to do this. I'm just going to use the tab feature to go through and enter yields in quickly. So spring wheat, we're going to say, 60 on all these. So you can see that this process is really easy. I'm not good with sunflower yields. We'll go 1800. All right. So those applications are saved and we should be good to go. One thing to mention, yield, there's no label here, so you can see I entered these in as 120 being obviously 120 bushels per acre, but as soon as I got down here, I started entering them in as pounds per acre. We don't carry yield units. which means whatever I enter this in here, as long as I follow those units anywhere where there's a unit cost in the software, you can enter it in however units you like. So I'm doing it in pounds. You can do it in hundredweight, however it works for you. We have guys that use metric tons, and you can make it work however. Only thing to be conscious about that is if you're recording like a metric tons on your corn crop, the price side of it isn't going to quite work correctly because we're pulling at a per bushel price. But for sunflowers, we're not connected to a sunflower market, so I have to enter that information in manually. But now you can see we do have everything flowing properly. We are full working profit and loss, full working field by field profit and loss. I can come here, export a PDF, and we can walk wherever we want, go have that meeting with our banker, whatever we need to do. I'll just open this up here so you can see this. Here we go. Full working profit and loss. Field by field breakdowns and overall breakdown, total expenses, total revenue, all in less than 10 minutes. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions about how to do this, reach out to support. You can email us, support@harvestprofit.com. We also do phone calls, so you can go to harvestprofit.com/call, set up a call time with us, and we'll help you over the phone. Again, any questions, please reach out. We'll help you out. If you're interested in trying the software out, you can go to harvestprofit.com, sign up for a free trial for 14 days, enter in your farm information, and when you're ready to purchase, we can convert that trial account right into your paid account, so don't worry about losing the information. Thanks, everyone. Again, if you have any questions, reach out.